Well, hey there, nerds, and let me just say, it's time to take a look-see and see what's happening with this banner, shall we? Ho ho ho, okay, well, I hope you all had some good New Year's ones, because, well, New Year's pools, because, well, I have no idea who these characters are, they're all genealogy, but I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. So, we have the Wielder of Astra.
I promised my sword to King South. It's a promise I intend to keep.
Well, let me just say, Jesus freaking Christ, he's ripped as hell. Like, that shirt's about to burst. God damn. Alright, so, Shannan, I believe? I'm not sure if I'm actually saying his name correctly, so apologies if I do screw some of these up. But, Wielder of Astra has Balmung. Alright, no, I'm guessing they're referring to his special in this regard. But, alright, Balmung, his weapon. 16 might. Range 1, grants plus 3 speed, if foe initiates combat or if foe's HP equals 100% at the start of combat, neutralizes penalties on Shannan himself, and grants attack, speed, defense, and res plus 5 to himself during combat. So therefore, he removes any penalties that he happens to have on him, and then of course he also happens to gain the benefit of having plus 5 to every stat. Good stuff. Imperial Astra. So, here's the thing that's really odd to me here, guys. Regnal Astra, at least with what's going on here, if I recall correctly, this is exactly the same. So, is this just it under a different name? Is this going to be inheritable? I'm mostly saying that because if I recall correctly, Ayra's, I think it specifically says that it's not inheritable, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I really hope it is, though. We definitely need some actual speed-based specials for our characters to use for goddamn once. Alright, Steady Posture 3, and that is basically, you know, if you've seen Steady Stance 4, it's basically the same thing, where you're going to be getting additional, at least in this case, it's speed plus defense, well, speed and defense plus 6, and also the guard effect, where it will not allow a foe to gain any, you know, any sort of pathways to their actual special, I guess you could say. It's nice. It's just more power creep there. We also have Wrath, and then even Speed Wave. Meaning that this boy is going to be a bulky male version of Ayra, which I'm okay with, of course. And also, he's quite ripped, and I'm terrified of him. But let's just keep taking a look-see. I want to see what his animations are. But let me just say, quite potent. Really hoping that special is inheritable. And that's a lot of sparkles for him. Good on him. He also has a lot of speed then. Goodness gracious me.
I am Altena, the daughter of Quan of Leonster.
Oh, so we have Quan's daughter already. We also have Earthly Gay Bulge, which I'm pretty sure is actually a power creep version of her father's weapon. Oh, of course. So Might of 16, additional plus 3 defense. In combat against an infantry, armored, or cavalier foe, inflicts attack and defense minus 5 on foe and neutralizes any bonuses in those categories as well. So we basically have a lull in that form, and it's just quite terrifying, even more bulky than what I remember the Gay Bulge actually having before. We also have Reprisal, Sturdy Stance 2, and, of all things that I have not seen in ages, Brash Assault 3. Okay. Just kind of surprised. Not too bad. Seems like a good, at least good enough material to maybe get a demotion. But, I don't know. When it comes to genealogy characters, we tend to get characters that have specialty weapons built into all of their kits. So I'm not sure if she'll actually be knocked down or not. But, oh boy. That's definitely a bulky weapon. Good to have a lull-like effect built in there.
Get out of my way.
Very rude. Don't have to do that, but alright. Wait a second, is this... I think that might...
My name is Sed.
Oh!
I was defending Meath, and now I'm here.
Okay, good. I was hoping you would actually say your name. So this is Sed, and, well, I'm sure a lot of you fans out there of Genealogy have been waiting, with bated breath at least, for Sed. And it's quite crazy to see him finally make it in here. So let's see what his kit is all about. First off, just going to say, really good to see Pulse Smoke actually available again in a more, you know, normal format without having to use a seasonal unit. Pent is probably breathing even more of a sigh of relief, but alright. So Sed has Winds of Selice. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly either. Grants plus 3 speed. If unit is not adjacent to an ally, grants attack and speed plus 6 2 unit during combat. So therefore, we have a built-in solo skill in a weapon. Great. Already just terrifying me in more ways. Then, of course, Luna, and another solo skill just to add in a little bit more there to make me want to cry and terrify me even more. Oh boy, so yeah, that's a pretty bulky mage. Well, not a really bulky mage, pretty scary mage by himself, I mean.
We must believe.
Is it weird to say bulky meaning attack-based? I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Either way, he just destroyed that poor Lance Flyer. Oh, well, huh.
I've trained plenty. Let me in on some real fighting already.
Jay is going to lose his goddamn mind over this, let me just say that. Okay, so... Oh, hey, look, there's Astra. As you can see, there's a little bit... We'll worry about that in just a second. But anyways, Larcei's Edge, her own weapon, cool. At least I'm hoping I'm saying her name correctly, too. Might of 16, accelerate special trigger, typical. At start of combat, if unit speed is greater than foe speed, or if foe's HP equals 100%, grants attack speed, defense, and res +4 to unit, and neutralizes foe's bonuses from skills like fortifies and rallies during combat. So therefore, you know, this is really... What is with all these weapons lately, giving such huge benefits to stats, and then also just completely decimating any sort of attempt to buff any foe or ally, at least. Oh, God. It's going to be really, really difficult to deal with some of these units, at least in story mode and things like that. I'm kind of worried, but alright. Then we have Astra, and as I said beforehand, note how it mentions that the skill is, cannot be inherited. Does that mean the other one can be? Or is this just another one of their discrepancies? Because I'm pretty sure when we were looking at New Year's Alphons and things like that, where they have their own skill that can't be inherited, it doesn't mention that at all, so... a little worried, but alright. We'll have to wait and see. Another solo skill. This one is attack and speed, so therefore another additional attack and speed +6 during combat. Then, of course, we have Repel, which I'm assuming is almost exactly like Close Call, but this time you're going to be able to knock your foe away. So, as long as she has more speed over her foe, it will reduce damage from attacks during combat, as well as area effect specials. Great. And, of course, the unit is moved 1 space away after combat. Yay, a knockback. Hooray. Then, of course, we have Panic Smoke, just to add a little bit more time. God, just Panic Smoke, Pulse Smoke, everything is just a nightmare right now. C skills are absolutely insane with these bunches, like, good lord. Good weapons on all of them, very scary skill sets for a lot of them too, and yeah, this is terrifying. If you ever wanted a banner that you'd probably go for and get some really great units, it's gotta be this one. So, alright, let's see if they actually show any of what is going on in the story, and we can actually see if there's any characters that have not been seen yet. Yep, well, that's a new, I'm pretty sure that's a new villain character, at least for the story, but they're not actually showing the new GHB unit that you're going to be able to obtain from this banner here, guys. And of course, that is, I believe it's, I might get this name wrong as well, but it seems to be Travant, and of course that was one of the, there he is on the side there. I can't say too much because I'm not familiar with the game, but he looks quite charming, let me just say. I can't wait to see his actual art in the game as well, because of course that one is from one of the collections, the treasure collections that they had and they made in... It's hard to explain, but anyways, that's just art from a different game, different media. So, yeah. There you go, guys. That is your banner coming up, filled with genealogy characters, filled with characters that are, honestly, insanely powerful. Definitely quite strong to see them all just popping up here. Look at this. Just, oh, God. Her kit scares me. I'm really interested to see if our boy here, just, right here, actually gets an inheritable speed skill. Because if that does happen, I will be very, very happy. Alrighty. And just the fact that there's going to be an Ayra who might be able to have some bulk there is also not something I'm really looking forward to either. But then again, at least it's not as bad as when Ayra was released and they kind of just pulled that out from under the rug there. Either way, I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm sorry for rambling so much, but there's just so much to process here, and it's quite a lot. But hey, Genealogy fans, what do you think? Alrighty, catch you nerds later. As always, thanks for watching. If you did, leave a like, and maybe if you want to stay tuned for more insanity, there's going to be a lot more very soon. Hit that subscribe button as well. Alright, catch you guys soon.